What's up, agents, and welcome back to another Division video where we're going to do a brand new breakdown video for the Catalyst exotic mask that is coming with the Battle for Brooklyn DLC. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe, and let's get straight into it. So we got a very quick sneak preview of this mask. There is some kind of cool artistic effect that goes with it as well, which we'll show after we've kind of gone down, we've looked at the talent. And basically what we're going to do is we'll just rewind this a tiny bit so that we get the full effect here. So you can see, I guess I didn't see what it said. You can see it's a red core, but it comes with Hasbro and status effects. But there's a whole meaning behind that, because it's not necessarily a full-out red mask. It's got status effects on it because it does do things to do with that. So let's just let it...
Burning, you can maintain ADS without disruption.
There we go. Alright, so let's just listen to what he said, because there's a little tip there that I don't think it mentions here. So it sounds like if you get set on fire, you can maintain so while burning, you can maintain ADS without disruption. That's pretty huge, especially when you're fighting the cleaners. So it's already got one really big plus point to it. And just to give a little bit of, if you didn't see any of my previous videos about the Brooklyn DLC that's coming, what they did mention was that the gear and kind of modifiers and things that are coming in the new seasons going forward are going to lean heavily into each season. So this one's going to be about going to Brooklyn, the cleaners and what they're doing. So therefore the gear that we're getting, the modifiers and things like that are going to lean heavily into kind of fighting the cleaners, you guess, how to with fire or status effects. So anyway, let's move on to the talent. The talent itself is Chemical Agent. So it says here, dealing and receiving status effects, so burn, bleed, shock, etc. Build stacks of Catalyst to a maximum of 12. All right, great. So that means you're going to get 24% weapon damage at peak, or 24% status effects at peak. All right, decent so far. Each enemy within 25 meters that is affected by a status effect grants 1 stack per second. Being affected by a status effect grants 2 stacks per second. Stacks decay at 1 stack a second after 5 seconds if no enemies in the radius or you are affected by a status effect anymore, right? Okay, so there's something to think about there. We saw the new purple flame that the cleaners have got, and it puts a corrosive effect on us, which probably to me means that we're constantly going to be under status effect while fighting the cleaners, meaning that this mask will kind of cap out really quickly after 12 seconds essentially. Well, actually after 6 seconds, because if we're affected by that flame, we get 2 stacks a second. So after 6 seconds, you're going to be at full bonus, which actually sounds pretty good if you ask me. Like, it could actually be pretty decent. There's also something else to it at the bottom here. You can see at max stacks, killing a status affected enemy grants bonuses for 5 seconds. So we can get 25% bonus armor or 20% reload speed. So again, might be worth popping the backpacks, popping the grenade pouches and things like that if you're not running a status build, if you're going full DPS with this thing on, meaning you can get faster reload speed and things like that. And however, it does show very little. There is something else there called stabilizer. I think that might actually be the fact that if we set on fire, it doesn't interrupt the ADS, but it doesn't show it. So maybe it is that, maybe it's not. I'm guessing it probably is. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to let the video play on a little bit. And as you can see here, now it shows the effect that it has. So as you run, the mask starts to set on fire, which is pretty cool. And then if you stop, it kind of just goes out and it all kind of smokes around your face, which is pretty cool if you ask me. Anyway, what do you think about this new type of exotic that is very specifically marked for cleaners? Do you like this kind of thing? Do you not? Do you think it's not going to be useful for anywhere else in the game? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.